What up, familia? It's your favorite Puerto Rican Brooklyn Philly here, and I feel led to come on and do a message. Right? I've already sprayed myself down for protection, for cleansing, bringing in new fresh energy. Prayed and was sitting here for a minute, just kind of reflecting, asking Spirit, was there a specific meaning? Interesting. I just saw this. And, this caught my eye, between worlds, right? Because that's what I'm feeling like. We're in this transitionary period. I was specifically being guided to talk about the full moon in Pisces and lunar eclipse that we're going to have on September 17th here in the States. And interestingly enough, as I, began to peruse a couple of articles, because I'm by no means adept in astrology, right? I even have a book called Astrology for Dummies that I've only perused, to be quite honest. But as I began to scan through articles about the full moon in Pisces, very beautiful thought process, right? That was shared in two articles regarding this moon is talking about transformation. We're saying bring it up. I'm listening, Spirit. I want to thank our ancestors, or excuse me, they say my ancestors and spirit guides for the messages, right? And yeah, here we go. So it says, just like our breath adds to air and the sun lights up our galaxy, the waves of Piscean compassion, it's so beautiful, Piscean compassion, right? Pisces being a water sign, the fish, right? Knowing no limits, right? Like flowing throughout the ends of the ocean. This sense of freedom, this sense of liberation. Okay. When the full moon, so Piscean compassion seemed to know no bounds, right? So it's interesting because I was listening to a YouTuber earlier. I forget her. I apologize. I'm not really too familiar with the young lady, but she indicated that she was putting some type of mantra or chant on her in the bathroom, or she was suggesting that say compassion, 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 so that everybody who went into her bathroom, she made a joke that would pray for compassion. So it's interesting when I saw that. It reminded me of that. There is something about during this Piscean full moon to think of compassion, maybe to receive. Yeah, because that's another thing. Pisces is with its sister sign on the other end, Virgo, right? They're the ones that are aligning, and these are two feminine, and it was talking about the ability of the feminine to be able to receive, right? I'm probably butchering that, but it's beautiful. So it's about being in this receptive energy. It's about this transformative energy. It's about this compassion, right? Both to be able to receive it and to give. When the full moon lunar eclipse in Pisces occurs on September 17, 2024 at 10:34 p.m. Eastern Time, we all need to let go of control. You can't force what is meant to be. Amen. Amen. Ashe. I thought that was so profound. And then I went to this yoga journal, and what was beautiful there was it indicated yes, this September brings us the power and beauty of a partial lunar eclipse and full moon in Pisces. Eclipses signify significant periods of change and transformation. These shifts don't take place all at once, though. They start or continue on an eclipse, but their work continues throughout the period when eclipses are occurring in the same set of signs. So that's interesting. I found that very intriguing. Maybe people, after hearing something like that, there was a message yesterday about fact checking everything, right? Check facts, verify information, right? Which is interesting because it mentioned it being kind of, oppositing Virgo, right? And Virgo wants to go deep, right? It wants to check things, right? Where Pisces is no bounds, right? Like malleable, and anyway, Consider it a preview of what's to come and an opportunity to find closure in what has passed. So that's another thing. This article really emphasized that this is the opportunity and the time to kind of let go of this control, let go of past energies that no longer serve us. They're like, this is the perfect time during this eclipse and this full moon. I thought there was something else. Just want to. Yes, here we go. A lunar eclipse is an energetic push from the cosmos to take you out of stagnant energies and old patterns and move you forward. It's okay, big boy. It's okay. Just a car. Very pop from the car. He thinks it's gunfire. He doesn't play. It's okay, big boy.
That's it. That's it. That's it.
Video. That's my son. He sees his brother and he wants. So, where was I? A lunar eclipse is an energetic push from this cosmos to take you out of stagnant energies and old patterns and move you forward. This change may come about abruptly as lunar eclipses tend to bring information to you from out of the blue. You may find yourself feeling surprised or even caught off guard at some of the things you learn about others and yourself over a lunar eclipse. So very interesting, right? I think I'm not gonna lie, I feel excited, but then also a little not anxious, but it's just interesting because it's offering an opportunity to learn more about yourself, learn more about others. You know, the information that you learn may be quite interesting, you know. So yeah, that's what and then I channeled two songs that you know, that I posted on Instagram, or I did stories. You know, I do like little stories that disappear. And one of the songs was Time by Moneybagg Yo, I think it is. And it was, I just looked at my wrist, I got time today. I said, I'm crossing the line today. And he said, you know, I don't trust nobody. We can keep it cordial, we can keep it gangster, how you want to go about it. I don't backtrack, man. After that, I don't miss nobody. Left it on scene. I ain't right back. I don't trust, you know. And I think that the reason why is like, again, that's talking to that closure part, right? Particularly for people I'm hearing that have had or have had struggles with a people pleasing spirit, right? And also for energies, oh, help me spirit, how can I say it? So not everyone is the same, right? Right? We're all different and we all relate to individuals differently, right? But then there's certain norms or certain societal expectations or even codes or of conduct that are like assigned or ascribed to society, right? And if you don't fit those, right, you're ostracized or you're seen as weird or whatever. And one of the things is like, so if, you know, if you're not like this, just to give an example, most of society wants to kind of be around, or they praise people who are extroverted and very charismatic and give gift for gab, you know. So if you're like silent and reclusing to yourself, you know, you're like weird or something, right? You're antisocial, you know, it's frowned upon. Whereas if that's your personality and you're just like more of a laid back person, you should be fine, right? You should be accepted and you know, not try to have to change that. So one of the things I noticed about, okay, I'll say it, about myself in life is, you know, I would get sad sometimes because I'm like, I don't have like these long-term really like friendships, right? And the reason why I've come to find out, you know, later on in life is not that I'm not capable of making friends or not being a good friend. It's just that the way most people think of friendships does not fit into, you know, my personality type. So what do I mean? I am the type of individual that I can befriend you, or we can become, you know, acquaintances or friends, and I don't need to be your second parent, your second boo. I'm not trying to talk to you every day on the phone or go out with you all the time. Um, I could literally not speak to you for a year. Get back on the phone with you though in a year. Bust it up with you like we was just hanging out yesterday. Catch up and have a blast and everything be cool. Or, you know, go to your town if like you live out of town, or like if we live in the same city, like meet up and it just be good. But most of the time I would run into people who kind of wanted a consistent, relationship, and that didn't work for me because my Leo personality is I'm very sociable, I'm very outgoing, I'm into arts and performing and all kinds of things. And because of that, I exert a lot of energy. So that there are times where I pull back and I need to, I say I have my come to Jesus moments, kind of like Jesus. And not that I'm comparing myself to Jesus, but I'm just saying like that's because of my theology background. That's who I can, I found comfort in relating to that. When it would say that after he healed the masses or talked to the crowds, he would separate himself and go off by himself. That's me. After I exert all that energy, after I have been the empath galore, and not just exerted, I absorb, right? A lot of people's pain, um, and I mean literal and emotional, right? I need to go cleanse. I need to go release. I need space and time, and that would require me to disappear sometimes for a couple of weeks at a time. And people would see that as an affront, or as me not being friendly or being mad with them, or that something had to happen. And yeah, so that's, it's interesting, that this is what, yeah, Pisces is bringing all of this up, right? Clarity for myself, but um, it's kind of just breaking away or being okay with authenticity, with being yourself, right? Whatever that may be. If you're neurodivergent, if you're, more recluse, if I don't know, uh, whatever weird thing or whatever people would classify it as being weird, it's like, I don't know, what I'm feeling like, it's like feeling okay in my skin, feeling good to just be me and not having to feel like I have to be something or behave in another way just to be accepted or whatever, So, it's like rebelling against that people pleasing spirit, and being a yes man. Now I'm hearing Kevin Hart, when he said the joke. Yeah, you need something? No, I just left the store. What, you want me to go back? You know what I'm saying? Like, stop being a yes man, right? Um, to understand that the word no, although it's two little letters and one of the smallest, right, words in the vocabulary, is like such a liberating, right? To, and I read Instagram post by Diet Nonsense. I love him. Um, Diet, like, so it's like diagnosis, but it's Diet Nonsense. And he said one of his, he put one of his posts was about that, about not no longer doing or saying yes to stuff that he knows he doesn't want to do. No longer trying to be or conform to what society says. No longer exhausting himself. Trying to, I don't know, for me, he didn't say that, but for me, yeah, I ain't chasing shit no more. I'm not trying to chase, not even the bag, right? Yeah, people like, oh, wait, not money? No. Money is another resource, and I don't gotta chase it. It comes to me. I promise you, it comes to all. And I'm not saying be lazy. And see how right away I wanted to use that because that's that conditioning based on that colonialism and that patriarchy. No, laissez-faire, right? That comes from the word laissez-faire. We used to be able to relax, to rest, right? Okay, this is a lot of channeling. I'm like 15 minutes in and all of this. And again, is not to, want to like hype up my other readings, but it's a continuum. Like the messages are building upon one another, and they're all speaking of like the trajectory of what we're going through in September, particularly like with these planetary changes, these eclipses, the moon phases, they're all very, yes, excuse me, they're all very significant and they're lining up, right? Um, so yeah, I'm gonna pull from here to see. Thank you, Spirit. Okay. Gave it to me in threes. She knows, he knows I like it in three. Interesting, this came out yesterday. Not for you, right? And this is so poignant right here. It is really following up and just addressing what I was just talking about. If you look at this card, I hope the camera can do a good job in picking this up. Let me put this to the side. Yeah. So this is a chessboard. The chessboard, right? I mean, not everybody knows how to play chess, but most of us understand that chess is a game. Some would say it's a game of strategy. So much so we have competitions, people practice. It's a real thing, right? There's books about it. It's like, I just saw this movie 2 years ago in Puerto Rico when I was out there regenerating, where it was called the Queen's Gambit, which is a specific move in chess for the chess players. They know it. But the point is that when I look at this and I hear "not for you," what I hear Spirit saying is this board game shit, not the actual board game. Right now, I'm thinking of Monopoly. Now I'm thinking of Atlantic City. But anyway, this, or maybe the significant, maybe New Jersey's in the house, right? I don't know. Snooky. Ooh, why did I say that? But anyway, these, now I just heard poem pieces, right? Interesting, poem pieces. Chess is a game of strategy, and you have to sit there and you have to think about your next move, and it's about clearing out the other side, right? Defeating their king, their queen, their knights, all this other stuff. So it's all about like I don't know, I want it to just say war, violence, strategy. I have to whoop your ass. I have to beat you. I have to take you out. And that's the name of the game. And this chessboard right now on this card is representing that, like, right? Like a world or a society in which we're living in, which is telling you that that's the way to get your fortune, to succeed. And what I'm clearly hearing, Spirit, for this month of September, for this upcoming full moon in Pisces, which I promise you, if you watched yesterday's video, it came up. It was something about the full moon and whatever. And look, it revealed itself today that it's an actual eclipse and it's, the full moon in Pisces. The significance of it, that's not for you. That may work for other people. I almost said some people's name. I'm gonna leave that alone. But that may work for those people. But that's not for whoever's listening to this video. If you're listening to this, if you're connecting to this channel, this is speaking to you. I know that you've been conditioned to believe that this is the way to do it. I know that, we're told, oh, pull yourself up by your bootstraps and work hard. I'm a little heartbroken right now in the sense that I just remembered someone whom I love very much, whom literally is of the mindset that he will not go on vacation. He will not spend any money. He will not do anything. He's in his late 40s until he's like ready to retire, 65. His mentality is that he's grinding for the most part until, time for retirement, because he is of the mindset that he is, kind of like the worker ant, which I get it, is let's put in the time now. Let's put in all this work now. Let's save everything we need to save now so that then I can have something for retirement later. Although I can agree with that mindset to a specific extent, because I understand that there is benefit to proper planning and to saving and to, I am also very keenly aware of where that comes from, the root of that. I am also keenly aware of Black mentality mindset. I am also keenly aware of the fact that although I understand that there are times and instances and projects and situations and things that where I need to work hard, But I want something called balance. Not only do I understand, it's almost like if they work hard, play hard too, right? Uh, yes, work hard, but rest, right? Like there's this balance. You can't, do one or the other more either way, right? Well, one, you can have that plan and say you're going to save this until you retire at 65 and die at 52, die at 55 and never even make it to that, you know. So I am of the mindset, because to each his own, right? We can't, um, that why not, while we're working towards putting away that money for, hence, the way we are taught in America here, for retirement, to vacation, to rest, to enjoy some of the things of life, understanding that, you know, tomorrow is truly not promised to us. You're working hard for it. You know what I mean? Like, why can't we enjoy? Why can't there be an ebb and flow? Why um, can't there be again, I just keep hearing balance. There's balance to everything. You must balance, right? If you play too much, if you play too much, um, and don't get no work, you might be homeless, right? I get it. So I get it, right? But yeah, I think I'm beating it over the head now. So this is what this is saying for the people under the sound of my voice, for this collective, right? You already know the concept of working hard. You understand, right? And maybe I'm hearing for some of you, like myself, come from a mentality where I came from a home where I understood poverty. I knew what it was to be homeless, um, uh, too long and too many times. So I know where that fear is rooted, and I've worked very hard to not live in that mindset. It kept me bound for years, where I really didn't travel. And within the last 10, 12 years of my life, I've been traveling, and even more so now in the last like 3 years of my life. And I continue to, that is one of my goals and promises to myself, right? Because I can promise to go work for the man, right, till I'm 65. Then I can promise to work for myself, right, and enjoy this, the fruits of my labor for myself. And I'm praying I don't have to work for no man or woman till I'm 65. I'm aspiring to do um, more things to get into the energy of this feminine receptivity, right? Where I'm able to receive. I have been a giver all my life and a people pleaser all my life. Again, I don't want to say I want to flip it all the way to the other side, because we were talking about balance, but it is significant now for me. It is imperative. I'm not accepting anything less than reciprocity at minimum now, right? I want to be able to remain a giver, but also understand that I am more than worthy and deserving of receiving. I want to be able to uh, uh, enjoy my labor and enjoy the fruits of my labor as well, right? And I believe I can have both, right? And for me, that means having it all, right? People say, "Oh, what you mean when when you say you have it all? That means you're not satisfied," or people have like this misperception. And I even got into something with someone about that. That, oh, that means this, and no, you're understanding it to that, and it can mean that to you. To me, it's called balance. I don't want to, like I just said, work hard and not play hard. I don't want to uh, 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 overexert myself and not rest, right? I want to be able to, I don't want to just go to the gym and work on my physical body and then neglect my mental. No, I want to have a life of wholeness, WHOLENESS, wholeness. And that would be inclusive of all of it, right? I want it all. I want that mental health, that spiritual health, that emotional health, that physical health. I want to eat right. I want to look great. I want to enjoy life. I want to enjoy my grandbabies. I want to do a job that I'm passionate about, that helps others and helps me. I want to leave a legacy. So yes, those are the things that I am talking about, and that's my aspirations. I ain't say it has to be anybody else's, but yes, and for what I'm looking for now, this is not for me, right? I don't need to step on people's backs. I don't need to try to strategize to defeat another just so that I can survive, right? There's a way in which I can eat while allowing others to eat too. And we can maybe break bread together, listen to a little bit of music, and maybe drink a little bit of wine. I'm cool with that, right? Together, right? So that's what I hear for not for you. Then I have here observer, right? And oh my God, observing the planet. I'm telling you guys, there is a shift in the atmosphere. I just got goosebumps. There is a shift, a universal cosmic shift. Pay attention. I just heard surprise, surprise, open your eyes. And I'm hearing seek and you shall find, right? What is that? Jeremiah, it's on my throat cover here. Jeremiah 29:13. You know, when you shall seek me and you shall find me, right? Like, oh, now I'm hearing the Quran, the signs are all around us, right? That's one of the ayats. It's all around us. All you have to do is look. It has become evident. There's things shifting astrologically, cosmically. You know, it is behooving to me, I'm hearing, to you who's listening to this, you know, you might think of this astrology thing as a little woo-woo stuff, but I'm hearing it would do us some good to pay attention to the signs, whatever those signs may be for you, right? Maybe it's just intuitive nudges. Maybe it's just, you know, maybe it's the planetary, right? Because this is a telescope. He is looking out into the sky. I mean, yeah, I'm not lying. But it is there, you know, I mean, I'm hearing in abundance, and oh my God, look what is here. Right? The land of milk and honey, baby. Abundance, right? For me, as a theologian, as someone who understands, you know, and studied the Christian canon, definitely, baby, we get excited over the land of milk and honey, right? The land of sweetness, right? Of abundance. Look at that rainbow, right? If you have milk, baby, that means you have cows. And if you have cows, that means you got money. And honey, right? Sweetness for this life, right? Money and honey, baby. Yeah. And you see the contradiction? This is what I'm saying. Look at this. This is, I gotta strategize, trick people, kill people, take shit, plunder, colonialize, enslave, murder, kill to get this fortune. And then it's a fortune cookie. I don't even know if I'm gonna get it, right? Interesting, that alarm. This is on a table, baby. Just sitting there, overflowing, waiting for you as like a gift. You know, and then pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. I don't know why I just did that, but yes, right? Look at take, work hard, strategize, receive. Now I know it sounds counterproductive. I know it sounds probably even, you know, I can just hear people saying, "If you mean you ain't gonna get nothing if you don't work in this life." Listen, I don't know. I don't know how. I'm still trying to figure this shit out. I'm gonna be quite honest with you. I'm asking spirit how, right? I just heard passive income. There's passive income. There are ways, right? People are doing it, right? I was just listening to my son's conversation with one of his little, I don't know if it was his college homie or the other one. But he's at work too. He was at work in his little suit. You know, we're clowning him or whatever because he's all dressed up or whatever. And he was saying that the OF people, right? Those people who run those websites make like 6 point something billion. I forget what like entrepreneur, like website people make something, but they're making more than football players, right? And these are football players, NFL, think about it. Football players who like get concussions, you know, boxers who like lose their mind, like their whole motor skills and all kinds of stuff get, like diseases, like wrestlers who wound up, committing suicide, like all kinds of stuff. These people are now making more than these people who are just like risking their lives out there on a daily basis. Not on a daily, but you know what I mean. When you think of people who make a lot of money, like crazy money for throwing a pigskin ball, right? Now you got OF people, right? Only, right? Making, former teachers that are now making like billions of dollars, dog, doing this stuff. So talk about, I don't know if you would call it passive, but these individuals, YouTubers, influencers, OF people ain't out there shoveling snow or having to like throw footballs and get concussions and all this other stuff to get it. That's my point. It's like, I just heard it's a different world, baby, right? And I just saw it's a different world. It's a different world. I don't know, for somebody out there, right? Different world, people. All right, all right, all right. So yeah, this energy, and I don't know. A lot of people want to say it's the age of Aquarius coming in. A lot of people are saying, it's the shift in, now we're trying to balance out and bring in more of this femininity, right? That this masculinity needs this feminine touch, right? Both need to operate to kind of, switch this thing up. I just said that in the beautiful Nefertiti, right? Perfection, right? Well, because they said she's the perfect bust, right? Because we found her bust from Egypt. Yeah, I'm not getting into all that stuff right now. Spirit, we know about, the whitewashing of all that. But nevertheless, love, look at this, 2 candles, and the 2 shall become 1. It's just talking about that, right? Like the feminine and masculine, the 2 becoming 1, right? And it's in this balance, in this ebb and flow between the 2, that we can not need to go to the one extreme of playing chess. And one of the things that makes me mad about this card every time I think about it is, we look at the chessboard, we see the pawns, right? Pawn pieces on the table. We see them both looking at the fortune cookie, right? It's a cookie. It ain't even the money. It's a fortune cookie. What you going, I just said life is like a box of chocolate. You never know what you're going to get. But the whole time there's a hand. And that's not thing for man and family. It's an actual hand, to let you know to your face, straight up to my face. I just heard, I know. You ain't that, you say you is, right? Controlling the chessboard the whole time, man. And you're just the pawns on top. We're just the pawns, right? But okay, let's shuffle this one more time. And yeah, let's see what this full moon in Pisces is trying to tell us, wants us to know, right? What spirit wants us to take advantage of during this full moon in Pisces, right? This Piscean full moon eclipse that's going to be filled with compassion, that is ushering in transformation, that is removing stagnation, that is allowing you to move forward now, right? And what is this? Imagination. Oh, I love it. You know why I love it? Because it's, to me, it's talking about co-creating, right? When, one of the things in the message yesterday was about that, right? It was about this thing called co-creation. Was about the message touched on that when you become your authentic self, when you understand that you are enough, that there's nothing lacking, nothing missing, that you were perfectly, fearfully, and wonderfully made, right? That you were, just like that seed of the oak tree that you had, that has everything it needs to grow into that mighty oak tree. When you understand that, then you know that you are co-creating with divinity, right? There isn't this separation where divinity is up there, girl. And if you don't think of divinity like that, you don't believe, because baby, we accept everybody. Atheists in the house, come on in, baby. We okay. Maybe it's your higher self, your higher when you understand that you accept all of you that way, then you understand you're co-creating this thing, right? And what this card is saying to me, you're co-creating with this divinity, right? With this infiniteness consciousness, this oneness, right? This beautiful infinite energy. It's all interconnected. You know, yes, what I do here affects somebody all the way across 7 continents. Yes, it just does. But anyway, imagination, right? Here is this beautiful entity, right? Looks like a feminine energy, yes. Looking across at the boat that is, sailing and is filled with all these blossoming flowers and, imagination, right? I just heard if you can think it, you can create it, right? And think about it. That's how stuff started. The car was a thought at first. The astronaut, someone thought, one of us can reach the moon. The something brothers with the woman really thought, I could fly like an airplane. It started with a thought, right? It was a thought, right? Before it became an actual thing. Someone had to think that they can, break that record, run that marathon, throw that ball, fly, swim, fish, whatever it is. It started out with this imagination. I don't know why I want to say it like that, right? Yeah, because it's almost like it has to be childlike, right? Although this is not a child, but I'm hearing is this childlike essence. And what I'm hearing is tapping back into your inner child, because your inner child knows you, baby. Your inner child is your pure you. Your inner child is the one that is you before you got distorted and flooded and inundated with what you was told you was supposed to be, how to act, how not to act, what was the norm, what wasn't the norm, or whatever. All these codes and it is you, and we need you because you came into this world with a purpose and a plan. We need you, right? Because you came here with a purpose, and you're a part of this design that is helping us to be and co-create a beautiful existence. So imagination. Look at what I see at the bottom of the deck. Sorry, guys. Self-expression. Self-expression. You are able to express yourself. Do what you gotta do. Express yourself. Isn't that a song? I'm all off beat with it. Express yourself, right? Yeah, we need that. We need you to express yourself, right? The person who, all these wonderful creations that we have is because the person was able to take the creativity that they felt and express it, right? And then we have these beautiful inventions, the stoplight, the lamp, the whatever, the medical procedures, everything, right? It's a form of self-expression, right? That somebody thought about. And yes, I'm not saying that they did it all on their own. They collaborated with these different beautiful colors. And I'm hearing in tinctures, and yes, that all stemmed from, look at the flowers, from this imagination, right? Thank you, Spirit. 11, is that the 11? Yes. 11, I just saw it. Wait, am I seeing that correctly on the camera? I sure am. I'm not making it up. Look at this. Because when I just wanted to say 11, I just thought portals. Look, 11. Sorry, guys. Can you see it? God. 11. Imagination, self-expression. This is a portal into this portal. It's almost like this is the 3D and here goes the 5D. Or the other way around, you know what I mean, right? One leads to the other realm, right? That's powerful. That is powerful. I like it. Stop playing. Look what came back out. Perfect. You know what? I'm being guided because there's something to that. Because I don't believe it's talking about perfect the way we're thinking of perfect. I'm being led to go to the guidebook. It's this the sacred she tarot. Again, this feminine energy, sunflowers and bees. Oh my God, Oshun, Isis. Yes, I mean, I flipped it right. Right to the page. Interesting. Okay, let's see here. Perfectionists should hold high personal standards and are often unaware that they can come across as cold, authoritarian humorless. Their aim to get it right is admirable, but habitual fault finding drains the joy out of life. Playing the role of a clapsick, nitpicky perfectionist kills all spontaneity and creativity both within and around themselves. Stop playing. This is what I'm talking about. That lifestyle, baby, if that's what you've been up to all this time, it's not for you. It's time to allow for some spontaneity, for some creativity, right? For some imagination, for some self-expression. No more being a robot, doing and acting and what you're being told to do, you know, or expected to do, right? But there's more. There's something else. I don't think it's done. Give me 1 second here. So it says, history is packed with stories of powerful men. Rarely are women revered unless as a powerful man's significant other. Interesting. I didn't know if it was going to go there, but that's where it wants to go. And we're going to follow. Because we've been talking about this feminine energy, right? And the importance of it coming in. Flashback to 1345 BCE, when this stunning bust of Egyptian Queen Nefertiti was created. It's beautiful. I used to say I'm Nefertiti and my boo was Akhenaten. Interesting. To this day, it is considered by many to personify beauty, perfection in human form. Nefertiti ruled in ancient Egypt alongside her husband, the pharaoh, Akhenaten. Together they created a new religion and proclaimed themselves to be the perfect embodiment of their God. Stop playing. This is what we're talking about, this new age, this new way of thinking, this new, this paradigm shift. Again, it's a continuing from the previous videos. I'm not lying. This card acknowledges Nefertiti's authority as queen, and looking beneath her surface, we see finely tuned gears that must have worked 24/7. After Akhenaten's death, she herself was crowned pharaoh. To command respect, she would have been expected to display all the accoutrements, thank you, of masculine authority. Pay attention to any perfectionist tendencies that have unknowingly become self-destructive. Be sure to give yourself and those around you a break from perfectionism's grip by relaxing any tension or frustration you acquired because of it. It's kind of like talking that story. I was wondering why I was sharing that with the person that I love dearly, who felt, no, I gotta be perfect. I gotta grab this. It gotta be done this way. If I don't save, if I don't, I'm not gonna have. And then, right, it causes this sense of frustration and anxiety at the same time. And I get it. Someone say, well, it would cause me frustration and anxiety to think that I wouldn't have anything for me. I'm not saying go to the other extreme, right? But when we're trying to just live, anyway, shut up. Okay. Once you loosen up and become wonderfully and perfectly human again, you won't need to prop up a false face, or for that matter, wear a beard of office. Ha ha ha, you get it, because she had to as a woman. But no, it's true. I was talking about that earlier, about this sense of authenticity. When we wear this inauthentic self, we're miserable, right? Because we're not being ourselves. We're miserable. We're putting a facade as a show. We're acting for others, right? A break in any perfection lets the light in, offers relaxation. Perfection is an ending, imperfection a beginning. Love the odd, the surprising, the strange in yourself, and then in the world. The temple of beauty permits an open window. That's how it breathes, right? I was talking about that, right? How, some people will call it weird, or say that you're being weird, right? You're not being weird. You're being yourself. If if they think being yourself is weird, well then F it. I say it now all the time. I'm weird as F. And be okay with that, right? We need a little more weirdness. I mean, what are we trying to create? Robots, clones, everybody to act like everybody? What's the good and benefit in that? Right? Then we wonder why we're like one of the biggest countries that are like miserable, depressed, obese, stressed out, anxious, right? Because we're busy, like being cogs in the wheel or being pawns on a chessboard, just being moved and moving accordingly. I mean, think about the year, the calendar year. It's planned out for you, dog. You act accordingly based on it. Most people do. It's like you're zombies, walking asleep, right? Because if it's Valentine, then you're gonna do Valentine's Day. If it's Christmas, then you're gonna do Christmas. If it's, you just follow the routine, and they have you spending the money that way, living that way, dressing that way. It's like it's all planned out, and the ones who benefit is the 2%. Like, what type of time we on, right? So thank you, beautiful Queen Nefertiti. Ashe, sister. Thank you for being a strong feminine role model for us as well. And I'm hearing now, let's go to some tarot. And let's see what the tarot likes to reveal for us today, right? It feels, well, it is a pretty, as you can see, big deck. And it is pretty heavy in and of itself. But okay, there you go. Because it was feeling like a little tense. Now I'm feeling a little more looseness. Yeah, shuffling over. I heard one more. If you're still with me up to this point and you're feeling this message, hit that like button. Again, I'm very big on energy, right? Reciprocity, energy exchange. You're being poured into via these messages. At minimum, yeah, nose is itching. My ancestors are sucking that emotion, right? At minimum, pour back, right? If you like the way I receive and release the messages, subscribe. And if you think this could help somebody you love or care about, share the video, right? I apologize for the quality, right? I guess because it's getting a little dark outside now. I can see that, but I don't care about you seeing me necessarily. Just the messages, receiving the messages, and that the cards are clear for you, right? Okay. This wanted to show itself. Let's see what it is. Is it just one? Yeah. And the card we have here is, I want the camera to get it really good. Look at that. You get it? Is it clear? 6 of Blades. The 6 of Blades. That's the 6 of Swords. Usually in the Rider-Waite Smith, when we see the 6 of Swords, we see someone in a boat. Typically, we see a feminine spirit in a boat with a child, if it's the Rider-Waite Smith. And then there's another being, usually a male figure, moving, escorting, them to the other side, right? On some type of river. I just heard riverbank. I don't know why I wanted to say that. Very similar here, though we have ice, it looks like, right? And they're moving forward, right? So again, we talked about this Piscean full moon being a full moon of transition, right? Of moving forward. It did one of the, I don't know if I read it out loud, but when I was reading, it indicated that, right? Of helping us pass to the other side, of helping us let go of control and let go of things that no longer serve us, whether it's people, places, spaces, jobs, ideals, ideologies, behaviors, beliefs, right? And how at Propay I'm hearing that we have this here. And what I find to be so beautiful, thank you Spirit, thank you my ancestors and Spirit guides, is that we have these birds. So I'm hearing you're going to have the downloads, all of the communication, all of the, I just heard information, right? Because a lot of us don't want to move unless we hear some, that's that control. but it's saying trust, right? We'll have the downloads and the information, right? Via our ancestors, our higher self, whatever you want to call it, whatever you ascribe to, you'll know, you'll intuitively know, right? How to move, and that it is okay to move forward, right? And the fact that I see this woman and this child, and again, we're talking about energies, we're not caring about genders, but this feminine energy with this child here, and then this masculine energy in the back, it's a reassurance that you're going to have the assistance and the guide, and that you need to cross to the other side, right? To navigate this movement forward, right? I'm thinking of a tattoo. You know, I'm seeing the arms here move forward, right? Um, yeah, yeah. It's beautiful that that card came out, right? So yes, it's I'm hearing is a blessed assurance. It's, you know, verily, verily, I say unto you, if you follow your intuition, if you are authentic and true to thy self, be true, right? If you balance your head and your heart, if you are show up with a spirit of gratitude and anticipation, right, and move forward, right, even if it's slow motion, right, because that's a little icy baby, right. Here he go. That's a little icy baby, right? And it, you know, I could see them kind of like treading a little bit, right? But it's okay, right? Let's say it. Everything is gonna be alright. He's coming back like he said he would. I don't know. Somebody needed to hear that confirmation for someone. Now this one, can the camera get it? Let's see. That is the Three of Wands. Stop playing. I'm excited because we just entered in 2024, right? Pluto and Aquarius, and Pluto, right, bringing in stuff, and you know the three being expansion, right? Oh my God, I'm trying to tell you, Spirit is letting you know, move forward. Don't be afraid. Where you're moving forward is into a period of expansion. You will have more than enough. You will have everything you need. Remember, it talked about it. Excuse you. This land of milk and honey, right? I know it looks like, wait, I'm doing what? I'm moving forward. I'm leaving everything behind, you know, and that could be scary as fuck. I get it, right? Because some of us, it is calling us to leave maybe certain careers or certain jobs or certain, maybe even homes, maybe shifting homes or certain, you know, friends, certain ideologies, right? And it looks scary and it feels scary. And it's like, are you sure? Am I going to do this? Or am I going, I just got chills. Am I going to make the money? Am I going to be okay? Am I going to be safe? Am I going to be secure? Right? It also talked about with this Piscean shift that is going to, you know, disrupt that nervous system, right? The dysregulation of it, because it's something, it's change, right? But it's going to be okay. I've been hearing it, right? Expansion. Look, and look, dogs, wolves, or loyal, right? You have the loyalty. It's going to work out. Again, three, collaboration. Again, expansion. And it's almost like he's saying, yeah, it's right there in the horizon. There it go. We made it. Right? It's beautiful. Let's see what else. What else, Spirit? Please and thank you. What else, Spirit? What else you want to say? You want this one? Yeah, it's not a coincidence. I'm gonna look at this. Nine of Swords, right? Nine of Blades. Eyes is closed. Look, worrying about everybody and lottie dottie, right? Everything that you need to worry about. You know, and I don't know, because, and this is not anything about ageism, but this person does look like they're older. So this message is for people. Excuse you. This message is for people who, you know, may think I'm older and I have no more time, right? Time has run out for me. I'm hearing that is not true. Don't fret, don't sweat that, right? There is more than enough time, right? And look, this is what I'm talking about. This is why it's so significant to move away, and you will be, right? Because this Piscean full moon is going to cause abrupt changes in people. You may abruptly change your diet. You may abruptly change your exercise routine. You may have, excuse me, you may abruptly change, your a regimen or something that's going to like some people, you may up and move, you may up and quit that. Something is going, but what I'm hearing is it is going to be for your benefit. It is so that it can take you out of here. Look here, you're stressed about time, you're taking medication, right? Yeah. Excuse me, go lay down. You're taking medication. Look, your head hurt, you can't even think clearly, right? You can't sleep. You stress the F out. You're aging prematurely, I'm hearing. Yeah, this is no bueno. And this is what spirit wants to remove from you, right? Right? Wants you to move forward, to go into this land filled with milk and honey, right? And I'm not playing, right? I get it that I'm not saying that for everybody it's gonna be like riches and gold and this and everything. But it is something different. When that mind begins to shift, when those new ideas click in, your behavior shifts. It does change your life in profound ways, right? And it does bring in senses of like peace and relaxation and clarity on a whole nother level. Go lay down. Go lay down. Right? He just took over my whole. Come on, go lay down. Right? It does. It does. And it starts off like that, kind of like with the seed, right? So, the move may now place you in an environment where now maybe you have more access to like trees. Maybe your view is a little more pleasant. You have more music. You can jam a little more. You know what I mean? I don't know, but it helps. It's going to be I'm hearing vastly different to that energy than what is happening here. You better behave. I just walked you, so you're fine. Yeah, you have water, you have food in your bowl. You just want me to rub your belly. See, even that. I just heard you're gonna have time for your kids, for your pets, right? Some of us don't even have time, right? I'm thinking of him. There are times where like I get caught up in a project at work or something that I have to like. He knows his walk is, we have specific hours, for the walk in the morning, then again around noon, then again around 3, then again around 6. I have different ones for him. And there's times where I'm like wrapped up in a project at work or something that I'm like, no, you're going to have to wait, big boy. Give me like a couple more minutes, 15, 20 more minutes, And then sometimes, because it's like that half an hour lunch break, I got to hurry up and get back in because I got to eat lunch, so I can't really walk home. Let him stretch out, play with him the way he wants me to play with him, yeah, so it's just not bueno, not even for the animals, for the babies, for the children, for nobody. Just stressed out, all kinds of stuff, taking medication. It's just not good, man. And this is what is shifting. This is what spirit, your ancestor guys, your higher self wants for you, right? Here it is. And I'm hearing healing, recuperation, right? Because, listen, the reality is a lot of us have been broken by this system, by this way of living, right? A lot of us have been, right? It has impacted us and affected us, right? It has blinded us, right? And that's no shade, no tea towards our individuals who are blind. Please just know that. That's not what I'm saying at all. What I'm saying, I'm using that metaphorically, right? And what I'm hearing now with this card, and this is the Six of Wands, yes, victory can still be yours, right? Right? You can live this new life, right? Being, quote unquote, not what society says is the perfect life, or again, we would say this is a disability, right? And some would say that's disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? Other able, not disabled, right? Another way of look at life, or to live my life. And look, people are cheering. The victory is yours, and you can have this beautiful life, right? I don't know if I did a great job at that. There's more, Spirit is saying. It's like, help me, give me the words. Like, one, living as who you are. Yeah, no, they said I did. Okay, just wanted to make sure. Yeah, it's one, being able to feel good being you, whatever that you is, and however you express that you, right? And that with this new move, this career change, this transformation, however, you're going to be attracting people who also are okay with themselves, hence, they will be okay with you. They are also authentic and true to self, so then they're going to be okay with you being authentically you. And they're going to be loyal, and they're going to cheer you on, right? I know I'm hearing you've been used to individuals who cut you down, who beat you down for not being, one of these things just don't belong here. One of these things just ain't the same. That's a song from like Sesame Street or something like that, Schoolhouse Rock. I'm showing my age, but it was talking about, like, which one didn't belong, which one was the misfit, right? Which one, and you're going to now be surrounded by individuals who will love you and embrace you. That's my dog. Stop, BK. For just being who you are, and all of you, right? Yeah, that's beautiful. That's what I want. That's what I'm looking for, right? That beautiful tribe, right? That sees you and loves you and accepts you for who you are, right? Whether I'm a recluse, whether I'm outgoing, whether I dress in all black or in vibrant colors, whether I have an accent or, whatever, no matter what. That's a beautiful thing, man. To truly be seen and heard for who you are, and not feeling like you need to change that, and to be loved like that, right? That's why it's so important that you first do it for yourself, right? Because once you're doing it for yourself, and hence yesterday's message is, then it's inevitable. You're going to attract that because you're vibing on that vibration, that energy. So you're going to attract it. It's inevitable, right? Anything else, Spirit? See, I feel like I got one of your ears in my throat now. Fluffy. Oh. It just flew out. This is coming in fast. This is the Chariot. And again, I gotta move. BK, go lay down. Come on, Pop. Go lay down. Go lay down, Sting. Go lay down. Go lay down right there. Thank you. Sorry about that, guys. But look, that's the Chariot. And what's so beautifully profound about this Chariot, I mean, he has on shorts, but fully naked, again, it is something about now being, and now I see it as leaving. See how you're leaving this monotone, robot-like, everybody walking in the same direction, everybody dressed the same. And look, you're vibrant and going and look into this greenery, leaving this dull gray background, right? That leaves you like, that's depressing as I don't want no parts. It's okay, get that dumb baby away from me, right? Look, and you're full of color, full of life, and I'm hearing for some of you, people have really giving you a bad rap for that. You have always been this. You have always shined like this in this crowd, and this crowd made you feel inferior and horrible for that. Why you so happy? Why you always laughing? You think you better. What's wrong with you? You never satisfied. You too much. You want so much. I should have said trigger warning. I apologize to anybody. Because that's some hurtful shit. I know. I've lived it most of my life. I've lived it most of my life. And I've gotten it from friend, family, foe, and even lovers. You know what's that? For someone to say they fell in love with you because you this, and then once you keep showing up like that, they mad because you showing up like that. Because now they want to make you show up like that. Isn't that some fucking tomfoolery? What kind of craziness is that, right? But it's just so indoctrinated in us. It's so ingrained, right? That I've come to understand that a lot of them aren't really being mean to me. It's a projection onto me and onto people this way based on their fears, based on their rooted fears, based on a society that wants to fearmonger you, that wants to make you think that it isn't enough, so you can fight each other, kill each other for scraps when there's more than enough, so that the 2% can keep it. I don't know if this is what I'm supposed to... Listen, this is what Spirit wants me to talk about. Nevertheless, quickly, right? Set it off. I said, now I'm here, set it off for real, Tifa. But set it off. Yes, you're about to set it off. Right? And you're guided, you're protected. Right? Oshun in the house again. If you know, Oshun Ashel. Right? Your ancestors are in the house. Communication. Yes. This hoverboard, this skateboard is your guiding GPS. Follow your intuition. Follow your true self. It's going to lead you and quickly, directly to where you need to go. And then the other card that flew out, what is this? This is the, see what I said? House for sale. I'm telling you, some of y'all straight selling y'all cribs, straight moving, straight taking flight. I'm hearing some of y'all moving clear across country to places you don't know the language, you don't know the food, nothing. You ain't gonna give no F's. You're saying, I want me, I want peace of mind. I want to enjoy my house, my life, myself, right? And I don't care what somebody say, who's going to talk. And you know what I heard? Those who F with you, come ride with you no matter what. And the ones who fall away, baby, they wasn't meant to be here. They falling away. This September, do you remember? I don't know. So for those who remember September, they want me to pull up the lyrics to that song. It's significant, right? For those who remember, who F with you, for real, and they're meant to be in your life, oh, they riding. They don't care if you riding clear across country. They riding too. Earth, Wind, and Fire. Do you remember the 21st night of September? There's something happening on the 21st too, but I know the 17th is the Pisces. Love was changing the minds of pretenders while chasing the clouds away. Our hearts were ringing in the key that our souls were singing as we danced in the night. Remember how the stars stole the night away? Oh yeah. You know the body. My thoughts are with you, holding hands with your heart to see you. Only blue talk and love. Remember how we knew love was here to stay. Oh God, I just got goosebumps. Now December found the love that we shared in September. Only blue talk and love. Remember the true love we shared today. Yeah. And for some of you, yes, what you're leaving now, or what you know is something that's transforming in September, it may reconnect in December, right? I just got that, right? If it's meant to be, I just heard, right? And that could be a friend, a family member, a lover, right? Uh, an idea. Oh, my throat, somebody didn't want, something doesn't want me to, an idea with something will rekindle, will reemerge, right? Because sometimes we need space and a breakaway, right? And there's going to be, maybe I'm just hearing some ideas and some projects, right? We were talking about that passive income that will flow um, in December so beautifully, because the shift that you're making now in September, right? The shift to milk and honey, to rest, moving away from this chess, checkers type of mentality world, this stress out with time and all this other factors. This shift is going to alleviate and regulate your nervous system so much so that you're going to be able to your creative juices are going to bubble so in December, right? That's the rekindling too. It ain't just about a person, it's about something within you. Right now I'm seeing, that bow and arrow Sagittarius. Now I just heard Ochosi, right? Now I'm hearing North Node in Sagittarius, right? There's something about the trajectory, right? This chariot moving forward that's going to culminate or peak. Yesterday we talked about the zenith, right? Interesting. But this is the eight of sorry guys, I didn't see what it was. It's the eight of wands. I just saw the for sale sign and I got so excited. But it's the eight of wands. If you know anything about the eight of wands in the Rider-Waite Smith, is fast forward, incoming energy, moving energy. And this is Mr. Postman. It's interesting because my son, oh, maybe TMI, maybe he ain't want me to. But interesting, that is his job. He is delivering the mail. You're about to get some type of information, whether it's literally via the mail, whether it's an actual download from your higher self, your ancestors, your spirit guides, your angels, divinity, Jesus, peace be upon him, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, whoever you think, a Buddha. Listen, baby, something is going to come in that is going to cause a paradigm shift, a forward movement in your life that's going to shift you out of that old paradigm, that mentality, into this new one where you're going to believe in infinite possibilities for limitless resources. It's going to shift you into this beautiful energy of receptivity. It's going to shift you into this beautiful energy of pleasing yourself, baby. I just heard Eddie Murphy movie. And yeah, I even had relations with myself, right? Listen, baby. A whole new world. I just heard you might just learn a whole new world. Your whole body might just become a whole new galaxy to yourself. And ain't nothing wrong with that, because if you know what you like, then you can teach others what you like, right? Okay, bring it back. I don't know where that behave, ancestors. I just heard Oshun. She is the one. Interesting. Oshun keeps coming up, y'all. Listen, if you don't know, you need to know. Oshun is an Orisha in the Yoruba. Also practice a lot in Cuba and in Puerto Rico and Santeria and Palo Mayombe. That's for somebody. People needed to hear that. But that is her thing, baby. Honey. It says she used honey to bring some say it was Ogun, some say it's, I've heard stories of her and Ogun and her and Elegua, right? But I think it's Ogun. Don't quote me, please do the story yourself. Just say, look it up. Somebody needs to hear this. But he went to the mountains and didn't want to come down, and Oshun went up here and sashayed her little beautiful, I heard voluptuous body and beauty and intelligence, and dripped that honey. Brung us by straight on down. Give me a second. Shango. Her beauty and sensualities. Yes, her fertility, her femininity. There's something about this feminine. Oh, I just got chills. It was Ogun. It was Ogun. I knew. Yep. The story of Oshun and Ogun. And then, but there's others with her and Chango as well. Shit, I just got real, like, all this heat infused inside of me. It's like Jeremiah, like fire shut up in my bones. So there's something about that. For some of you, she's asking to work with you, or maybe they said retract that. Maybe you would be interested in working with her. Again, she doesn't chase. I heard my bad. No chasing. But some type of message, for some literal in the mail, for some actual email or text, some form of communication, for some actual download from spirit guides. Pay attention to your dreams. Nevertheless, this incoming communication is going to allow for some type of shift, right? Some type of move, whether it be a physical or figurative. One. Let's do one more, Spirit. Please and thank you. Anything else about this shift, this move? For some is actually move of homes, house, city, environment. Right? And she doesn't look afraid in that picture. And last but not least, I heard, look at this right here. I'm making this up. Four of Blades. Look at this. Look at the stark contrast I'm hearing. Maybe you was a city mouse baby. You're about to be a country one now. Brother is out there with nature. And I get it. Listen, not everybody wants to be on a campground, a campsite. It doesn't have to be that. Remember, we were talking about balance, right? But it's definitely wherever it is, Mom, fine, wherever it is, Bobby, listen, it's going to allow you to rest. You're going to be allowed to rest, to feel at peace. Look at that. Look at that grin. To not feel hurried or anxious or pressured by money, time. I almost going to say, yeah, I ain't going to say it, Spirit, but females, males, whatever it is. This person is content, all on their lonesome, all by their, that's what I'm talking about. It is very, very related to loving yourself, accepting yourself, all of who you are. The shadow and the light, the good, the bad, and the ugly. And presenting yourself to whoever as this is who I am. And I come with all this you see right here. This is my high vibrating shit, and this is some shit I'm still working on. And the people who love you, who vibe with you, are going to love all of it. And will build you up and not tear you down. Look at the two fairies sleeping with one another. Look at these two. I don't know, are they skunk? Sleeping. Everybody is nestled. Look, I just heard you're going to be at such peace where they're taking you now, where spirit is taking you, where your higher self, if you don't believe in that, is taking you, where your ancestors, whatever is taking you. It is so much filled with peace, milk and honey and abundance, and that your ancestors, your guides, your inner child and your higher self are going to, your feminine and your masculine are going to be able, I'm hearing, to finally rest. You are nervous. You know, I heard this TikTok, not a TikTok, because I don't even have TikTok, but it was from TikTok, but they transposed it to a YouTube short, it looked like, because that's how I saw it on a YouTube short. And in this YouTube short, the sister was talking about that she married her husband, and her husband, um, indicated to her that she didn't have to work if she didn't want to, and that allowed her the time, the opportunity, and the space to regulate her nervous system. That his ability to want to be the provider, and again, not everybody wants that. That's not everybody's roles or traditional roles that they want to play in. But some of us want that, right? But the don't miss the point. Don't think of the genders. Don't think, it could be flipped. Maybe the woman says that to the man, or maybe the energy to the other energy. The point is that the resources are so in abundant, the income was so in abundant that it allowed her, she said, to regulate her nervous system for the first time ever in her life, to the point where it allowed her to then be fully, wholly creative in herself, that then she began to make so much money based on her creativity, and they both did. His business boomed, her business boomed, to where they was just chilling. I mean, I just heard, isn't it ironic? Look at how it works. And I know I get it, it's kind of hard to imagine a world like that. As I just heard, a whole new world. I just heard that again. But it does exist. It is possible. And I'm hearing that quote again from Alice in Wonderland, where she says, my father said he would think of at least 7 impossibilities before breakfast. Right? I'm hearing now that President Barack Obama, former president, the audacity, right? To have that, or that an attitude, that audacity to think that way, right? Someone said to me that I didn't just want the act of getting what I want. I wanted the pomp and circumstance, and they were right. I wanted both. I want both. I want you to, in this case, we were talking about quality time, right? I want the quality time, and then I want you to tell me, baby, yes, I'm making this time for us because we're that important. Our relationship means that much to me. You mean that much to me. So if that's the pomp and circumstance that was being referenced, then yes, 100% correct. Whereas, for some, they think, well, no, you're getting the act, you're getting the quality time. Why does it need to be told to you? I don't know, because I'm weird as F that way. I want to hear it too. And if that person can't give you what you need, then that means that you need to not change who you are. You need to now find who can then. And vice versa, that goes for anybody. Right? Because you need to feel here. And I love the way I just heard perpendicular. I love the way they drew those lines, the way one looks like a pyramid. Hey, back to my Nefertiti bus back there, back to Nefertiti and Akhenaten, past lives, I claim it. Yes, back to that whole enlightenment, the crown chakra. Yesterday we talked about the zenith over the head, celestial beings aligning. I'm seeing all that right there, right? That's how much peace you're about to experience. Yeah, I paused purposely just now because that's what I heard. Selah or Selah, Selah. That's I want to say Hebrew. It can be a form of Aramaic, but I'm pretty sure it's Hebrew. But it's found in the book of Psalms. and as some at the ending of some of the psalms it would say Selah, which means pause and calmly think about that. Calmly, right? This is talking about being present. You know what's that? I don't know really what is that. I mean, I felt glimpses of it already. Thank you, y'all. Right? Particularly when I took a 2-month hiatus in Puerto Rico, my island. Right? I felt some of that. And I am telling you, it felt amazing. It felt delicious. It felt glorious. So much so that I'm chasing it now. Right? I've been chasing it. They say, but no more chasing. No need to chase shit anymore. You're going to be able to receive this. Right? It's coming, baby. It's going to be. I mean, it's signed, sealed, delivered. I'm yours. Hey. I'm here, baby. I was ready. You know what I'm saying? For real. No need to chase it. It's coming. And no, thank you, y'all. Thank you, my ancestors. Thank you. They just said, you deserve it, baby. You deserve it. You know, just listening to this, don't doubt. And that was another message from yesterday. We was talking about doubting Thomas and Peter. Don't doubt. You deserve it. You are worthy of this type of lifestyle, of this type of rest and relaxation, of this type of peace of mind. Right? I'm going to say this morning. I was listening to a talk on post-traumatic slave disorder, also PT, post-traumatic stress disorder. You know, I've said this before. You know, I've claimed this. I've coined this. You know, I have a problem with that diagnosis in particularly black, brown communities, because there's never been a post. In order for something to be post, you would have to be out of the rapid fire, out of the war zone, to be able to get this type of post, to be able to then deal with the disorder, the stress, the anxiety, you know, and that has not been, you know, part of any reparations. That has not been offered ever, right? And I'm hearing the time is now, though. This rest, this regulation of the nervous system is coming. You are worthy. You deserve it. It is yours. You know, I was gonna. It ain't even about claiming it. It ain't no woo-woo manifesting bullshit. You know, positive affirmation bullshit. Not that I'm saying all that is BS. I'm not saying that, but sometimes, you know, that's also become an industry. Some kind of self-care. They called it something else, right? When we kind of like escape into that or use it as. No, this is some real shit we talking about here, okay? This is for real, for real. This is the peace that surpasses all understanding, dog. This is the peace from the one, from oneness, right? When you truly are understanding that you are aligned with everything and everything is interconnected. That you become, it becomes you become one, right? When you truly understand that you own nothing, yet you're responsible for everything. O-N-E. Yes, my revelation from Spirit several years ago. It's on this YouTube channel. It's on all my documentation. O-N-E, one. I own nothing, yet I'm responsible for everything. I will die and turn to dust. From dust, I get the circle of life, Mufasa. I don't give a fuck what you understand. You will die and you will go with nothing. Your body will decompose into this ground. And the animals and the worms and stuff will eat you. And I'm not saying that there ain't no afterlife. I believe in past lives. I believe in reincarnation. That's not what I'm talking about here. But I'm talking about understanding that when you transition, you're not taking anything from this life into that next one other than your soul. And I just say, you gonna take my soul. You gonna take my soul. Go Beyonce. with that song, and then her other song, Bigger, where she talks about legacy. It's bigger, right? So here, he got just these booths, this little tent, a little fire owning nothing. Yet he's in this nature or whatever, very respectful of it, I'm sure, because he understands he's responsible for it all. And whatever he does or doesn't do impacts it. It's a whole different paradigm shift, I'm telling you. It's a beautiful motherfucking thing. Yes, it is. Yeah, I want to touch on this. Just want to see. Listen, they say all we need now is to close this out with some affirmations. And that's it. 3. And that's it. And everything that needed to be said for this message, for this day, has been said. You won't take this. You won't break my soul. You won't break my soul. Right? So beautiful thing, man. I don't know. I just feel so at peace now. Yesterday when I did the message, I was like ripped up. You know what I mean? I even got angry a little bit at the end. But today, for some reason, I just feel really at peace with it. I just heard Que Sera Sera, right? Talking about that Piscean, what did it say? That ain't need to control. That what's gonna be is gonna be. Just allow, flow. You know? Let's see. What's the last messages you want to leave us with? Thank you so much, Divine. Thank you so very much, my ancestors and spirit guides. I love y'all dearly. I am so grateful for your presence, your wisdom, your love, your mercy, your grace in my life, your protection. I'm nothing without you. Everything in you, in me. Thank you so much. We are one. I think these were the same ones from yesterday. Give that shit up. It's fuck this shit o'clock. I'm sorry, y'all. Zen as fuck. Mic drop. I don't have nothing else to say. It's such a beautiful thing. Like, what else? Booyaka. I just heard Biggie. Rest in peace, brother. Brooklyn Night for life, yo. I'm telling you. Yeah. What else can I say, beloved? That is it. Again, don't forget to hit that like button. It's called reciprocity. It's called equal exchange of energy. You know what I'm saying? Karma and dharma. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, listen, no matter what, I ain't pressed. I'm taken care of. I ain't chasing shit. Not even a like button. Not a subscription, nothing. Everything flows and flows just on time, right? But I will teach about it, right? There is something significant, important. I mean, and I'm not telling you something that I don't believe in or I don't, that I don't practice myself, because I do. I practice it. I listen to YouTube, lots of it. I listen to other tarot readers. I love me some Lynn, right? Lynn's tarot. But I listen to him and others, and I promise you, I hit that like button. And you know who it was that taught me to? Dawn in Dreams, that sister, that beautiful sister. I mean, she be quick for me though. Sometimes I'll be like, Lord, like, damn, sis, you just cut it short on me, right? But she's the one that taught me about that long time ago. She said that. She said, like, yo, hit that like button. Like, this is exchange of energy. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's up? I ain't saying she said it exactly like that, but something like that too. I F's with her, right? But yeah, I love you, beloved. If you made it this far, alhamdulillah. That's all I can say. I thank my spirit guides. I definitely loving and all on my ancestors, right? And so grateful to them, and I'm definitely giving big ups to divinity, this oneness that gives F's, right? And it's telling us not to give F's. It's all good, right? And yeah, I hope this message resonated. I hope it assisted in some kind of way with that paradigm shift, right? And allowing you to give no, F's. And until next time, beloved, Ashe, Amen, and Amen.